James, and we're going to review equivalent fractions. So we know we've been talking about fractions that are parts of a whole, but we're looking at some that are the same. So our word is equivalent fractions. These are fractions that have different, that's an important word, so I'm going to underline it, numerators and denominators. Those are some of my fraction words. So remember, our numerator is our number on the top, and our denominator is our number downstairs. But the fractions are the same size. That seems tricky. They have different numbers, but they're the same. So when I have two fractions that look different, I've got to draw a picture and think about their size. So first, if I look at 1/2 and 2/4, we all can draw these shapes. We know how to draw fractions the different ways, but when I do this, the most important thing is that I use the same size shape when I compare them. So I'm going to try a square. I'm going to draw a square right here. Remember, it might not be perfect, but we want fractions to be as close as we can to equal. And I'm going to take this shape and I'm going to make one that's the exact same. So you might not be able to do this when you draw a fraction, but just think about it the same way so that they're exactly the same. Now this one's 1/2. So I have one part that's going to be colored and two parts in the whole. I break this in half. Remember, they're as close to the same as they can possibly be. And I color in one part. So thumbs up, I've done that one. Now, if I go to 2/4, this one needs to be in 4 pieces of my whole. And this is my part colored. My numerator and denominator. So I've got to make my pieces. And it doesn't make any sense for me to cover the top, or cover the right side, or cover the bottom. Remember, I'm trying to see if they're the same. So I'm going to color the same part. I color in 1/4 and 2/4. And then, this is a super cool trick that's hard for you to do on your paper, but I can take this and drag it right on top. See how the exact same thing is colored in? So, I have two shapes that are equal. The same amount is colored in. So if I had these, I could write 1/2 equals 2/4. Say that with me. 1/2 equals 2/4. Okay, I'm going to try one more time by myself with you watching, and then you're going to try with me. So this time, we're going to try 3/4 and 6/8. Now, these numbers are a lot harder to draw, I think, because they have more lines. But if I take my time, I can make sure that they look the same. So, this time I'm going to draw a square or rectangle again. And this time, I'm not going to drag it, but I'm going to really try to make it as close as I can to the same. Is it the perfect? No, but it's pretty close. So again, I look at my numerator, that's how much is going to be colored. I'm going to have 4 parts. So I'm going to color in 3 of my parts. So I color in 3/4. Okay, now this is my tricky one. 8 pieces. But I could start by drawing by 4ths and then break all of these in half. So now I have 8. Whoa, these aren't quite the same, but I'm going to do the best I can just to make sure that they are. I have 8 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have to color in 6. Now, again, I don't think I should color in this part because over here it's empty. I'm going to see if it works to keep that part empty. I'm going to start up here. I colored in 6, so I have 2 left over. Now, let's see if these are equal. They look the same, so I'm just going to check and make sure. Ta-da! Even though I didn't make it the exact same shape, I was pretty close. And I had the same amount empty. So, again, I know that 3/4 and 6/8 are equivalent fractions. Okay, read that with me. 3/4 and 6/8 are equivalent fractions. They are different numbers, but they're the same size. Okay, this one's your challenge. See if you can figure it out with me. Make sure we have to draw pictures. Say, we have to draw pictures. We have to draw pictures. Because it's the most important thing to help us figure it out. This time, we're going to try 2/3 and 4/6. Okay, this is where things can get really tricky with thirds and sixths. Sometimes we want to draw them in a circle, and we can, but when we're comparing them, let's try and keep it with a square or a rectangle. So, I want you to find a piece of paper or the back of a notebook or somewhere you can write this with me. Okay, we have 2 fractions. 2/3 and 4/6. Now I want you to think. What's the first thing Miss James has done every single time she's looked at these fractions? Think about it. Oh, draw a picture. Okay. So I've got to draw a picture as close as I can to the same. Are they perfect? No, but as close as I can be. Okay, take your hand. I want you to try and break this up into 3 equal parts. Go. Okay, now, I'm with you. I've done my 3 parts. Got to color in 2. Okay, now it's time for this one. 4/6. How many pieces do I need? 6, that's right. Let me see you draw it. Flash your lights if you're ready, if you're with me. Okay, got to color in 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take a second. Say, do these look the same? What do you think? They do! Guess what? That means they're equal. So we know 2/3 and 4/6 are equivalent fractions. Good job. Remember, equivalent fractions are the same size and you have to draw a picture. Bye.